On Tuesday evening, about 100 Pawling residents converged on the Aiken Free Library to discuss the possibilities of bringing back the local town newspaper. Pawling Chamber President Peter Criss.
What we've been missing for the past 5 years plus has been a newspaper. And in the absence of a real newspaper that covers the entire spectrum of Pawling, what we tried to do, Jay and I and other contributors, is cover the community, not only business, but the activities that go on here.
That coverage is through the Chamber newsletter, Pawling Matters. But there has been enough of a community groundswell to organize and try and raise enough money for an official newspaper that would cover the entire Pawling area and the issues that matter to its 2,000 plus residents.
We're very active in Pawling. We have about 8 or 9 events a year, and we can't get the word out to everyone without a paper. It's very difficult.
I think the newspaper will help people become more informed, more involved in community activities and what's going on. Maybe they even show up at town council meetings.
A panel made up of Jay Morales, Chris Wood, and broadcasting journalist and Pawling resident Soledad O'Brien provided information and fielded questions from a passionate crowd.
I was wondering, how big of an editorial staff are you thinking you will have?
The editorial staff will be an editor, 2 reporters, an ad salesperson, and a professional layout staff, or whatever you want to call it, to actually put the paper together.
And curious if you're 2 part-time reporters who kind of cover municipal meetings.
Well, the idea is to cover as many as they can. I mean, one of the principal reasons for re-energizing the paper is so that people can become aware of what happens in the town and the village.
I think that it's short-sighted to only plan for 3 months. I think you really have to get in there and figure out how to get this out to everybody.
There has to be a certain degree of investigative reporting going on.
The Q&A session lasted for over an hour, hoping to stir enough interest, answer questions, and generate money for startup costs.
We're not going to make any money the first 2 years. That's the nature of business. The paper will pay for itself through advertising.
How much seed money are you hoping to raise?
About $75,000.
The overall yearly budget is estimated at $250,000.
Great turnout. Were you surprised by the turnout?
Yeah, really surprised. I mean, I did not think we would have standing room only. That was kind of crazy. But I knew that people missed the paper, the last paper. I didn't realize the degree to which people were really serious about supporting our new venture. So I think that's very exciting.
I think that it turned out very well, considering it's our first meeting. We had very little time to kind of let the news out.
I think there's some momentum building, and I think the purpose of tonight's meeting was very much to engage the community, and the sense was we did that.
Why is it important to have a local paper?
You know, if you look at all the data around, and I'm sure you know all of it, around local news, you know, people love their local news. They think it's very important, and they also think it fills a gap that they can't get anywhere else. And if you listen to the audience tonight, they want to hear what's happening in their community. They want to celebrate exciting things happening. They want to hear about something that is a problem that needs to be resolved. I mean, people just want to know what's going on in their community, and it was interesting for me to realize that I was not the only one who felt a little disconnected.
There was a great question from a woman who asked, what will make this paper succeed when the previous paper did not?
Well, the answer to that simply was that this one is going to be community-owned. It's sponsored by the community. I published the earlier paper, and it was independently owned. And the problem with that is that people have a point of view, and whether in fact, and the paper was in fact non-political and non-partisan, and people read an article and they said, well, you know, this individual owns it, he's pressing his own agenda.
And next steps in the process is to continue to raise the necessary funds to start the presses.
What do you think the chances are of getting a paper back?
I think a very good one, because of the number of people who are here, who these people are, and the idea that a newspaper is essential for communication within a community.